My thing here is the greatest secret that was never told to us was this behavior modification piece. You understand what I'm saying? Which is basically saying this, God, right? This whole concept of God. If you go back and you look at the ancient Egyptians, or what they call the ancient KEMET, the other name, you understand what I'm saying? We ain't even gonna get into who they were at the time, but me and you, we all know who they were. You know what I'm saying? But that's not where we at right now. We talking about what this shit means. So, a concept of God, when you look at the Egyptian concept of God, when you see Horus and you seen these different type of entities with the body of a man and an animal head and all that, right? So you see that, the hieroglyphs, you see the pictures. But then you were told some shit. You were told, listen, man, these people, they were pagans worshiping all these different type of gods. They was worshiping the suns, and these ain't no Christians, and leave that shit alone, right? That's what you were told about it, right? But that's not what it was. That's vice versa. It's vice versa, right? So there you go. That's vice versa. So what they were saying, like, they didn't believe our ancestors. And this is, I'm paying them respect today by getting that bullshit off them. Like they was worshiping some devils and shit like that. I'm taking that bullshit out of here today. Their concept of God, right, was God has different attributes. He's just not one thing, he's different attributes. You understand what I'm saying? And these different attributes have different expressions of the one God. Sometimes he's cool, you know what I'm saying? He want to chill. Sometimes he want to fight. Sometimes he want to think. Sometimes he want, you know what I'm saying? They were saying he's different. These different type of energies, right? But it's those guys. And so they took them and they personified them in these deities, which were for psychological purposes. You understand what I'm saying? When they were saying like these energies are inside you. So for instance, I'm gonna break down the ancient Egyptian ones real quick because the movie just came out, The Gods of Kemet. Remember that shit? So you got Amen. Amen means peace, right? Amen is a state of peace. Amen is like, yo,
constant peace, perpetual.
This is how you relate. This is how you tap into Amen. That guy. This is how you worship Amen, right?
It's a wave.
When shit happens, when all hell break loose in your life, nigga, and you going through some real shit, and you feeling that shit, man, you like, yo, what the fuck am I gonna do now? When you feeling that shit, and then you just like let go, like, look, man, I ain't stressing over this shit. I'm not gonna stress. I'm not gonna let this shit kill me, man. It's gonna be a better day. It's gonna be something. I'm gonna figure out a way out of this. At the end of the day, it's an emotion. This is just a feeling, man. If I can get past this feeling, it'll pass. That's peace. That's Amen. We wouldn't work. That's how you worship Amen. The next one down the list, right? Who's next? Asar, right?
And not to cut you, to add on, other religions have it the same way. Because the Buddha is tranquility. That's tranquility. That's tranquility.
Let's give it a name. We gave it a name. It's Amen. Exactly. Yo, Amen. Chill. It's a psychological state to take yourself to when you're in them situations. Because why? Because Asar come, right? What's Asar? Asar? Okay, this is Asar. This is what our ancestors meant by Asar. Right now, we talking. We doing our thing. Our conscious minds is we thinking about some shit. We doing all types of stuff. We talking right now. That's our conscious mind. It's doing this thing. But under the surface, our cells is dividing. Our blood is pumping. Our heart is doing shit. There's all types of stuff going on in our body with some intelligence is controlling that we have no idea how none of that shit works. We just know it's there. But it's something that's controlling everything. The same thing inside you got the earth on schedule to rotate 24 hours a day. 365 days a year.
Yeah, and 366.
4 seasons, temperatures, regulating the temperature, doing all this type of shit, keeping us alive and spit you. gravity, the law, all that type of shit. That's assault. That's the God underneath, the intelligence underneath everything, controlling everything. But he don't fuck with you if you're not at peace. That's why you got to worship our men first to get to us. That's why he's the daddy. Our men is just basically, when you seen he was like, remember he was fighting off the doctor. Remember that shit? Yeah. He's like, he was the father of, that's the father, man. Amen. You got to have amen. The next one is Tahuti. Tahuti, right? So once you have peace in the situation, and then you know that, man, it's an intelligence behind the scenes that's controlling everything. Tahuti is, what does it want me to do? Wisdom. We weren't worshiping no damn bird head, man. Nah. The birds was just telling you, look, man, you got two parts of your spirit. You got an animal spirit and you got a divine spirit. You got a human spirit and you got a God spirit. Nigga, you a demigod. That's what you are. You a demigod. You half man, half God, half woman, half God. And the God is how you think. It's a way of thinking. And our ancestors broke it down into 11 deities or 11 principles or 11 ways to frame your thinking so you can modify your behavior. Because if you do this shit every day, you're going to modify your behavior. You start thinking like this every day. And we used to test ourselves every night. We would do the 42 negative confessions before we go to bed. It was a ritual. You go to bed, you got these lists of confessions. I have not done this. I have not done that. I have not messed with my man's wife. I have not stole from niggas. I have not shot a nigga today. I have not sold dope to kids today. I have not pimped. I have not, you write a list of the negative shit that's fucking you up. You put it on the list. And before you go to bed, you read it out. Because the only person there to judge you ain't no priest, ain't none of them niggas. It's your consciousness. Your conscience. You can't lie to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't say I have not lied to my wife today. Your consciousness gonna say, nigga, you lied, nigga. You just told us some other shit, nigga. You know you wasn't even there. You understand? You can't lie to yourself. That's what that was. Every day you can go through them 42. You can declare yourself, nigga. I thought like a god today. So if I think like a god, I can make shit happen like a god. It was like some magic stuff, and they will call you a salt. But that's another story. That's the whole purpose. Our ancestors on some shit, giving them respect. So number 3, that's Tahuti. The third one was Sekar. Sekar is destiny. Everything has a structure to it. Has an order. Everything has an order to it. And everything has energy to it also. You understand what I'm saying? It's power. Knowing how to put things together, how to structure shit, that's power. You can have knowledge, but without structure, powerless. You understand? That's how God thinks. First, God gonna figure out, what he need to do, and then he gonna put a plan together, right? Right? A plan, meaning you don't get out of bed without a plan. If your ass ain't got a plan, you ain't God. You can't create shit. God planned this 7 days, killed it, right? Tell you in the Bible. On the 7th day, he chilled. Nigga, I'm done. Hold the black album. He fade the black on niggas. You understand what I'm saying? He fade the black on niggas. You know what I'm saying? So he had a plan, right? It's a way of thinking. We weren't worshiping it. We were telling you how to think, how to control that energy so you can manifest some shit. Have a plan. Know your destiny. If you don't know your destiny, you ain't know where you going. What you here for? What you get up every day and do? You're floating in shit, taking up space. And you don't even have no protocols. You don't know the laws. You ain't got no guidelines. And you floating around, nigga, you's a liability. Something liable to happen to your ass. You understand what I'm saying? Just to clear up space. That's the more stuff. Niggas, some niggas is taking up space. You understand what I'm saying? And the universe always gonna regulate that shit. If you don't make yourself an asset to the universe, your ass is gone. Yeah, for real. That's the law of nature. You're supposed to think your way out this shit. And you're supposed to think like a god, because this is your creation. If you think like him, if you think like a human, then you subject to the bullshit, right?
So that's all in the structure of Sekar.
That's second.
The next is mine.
Ooh, my eye.
That's the order.
In order for the plan to go right, it has to be order.
And then the balance.
The bishop can only move this way. The knight can only move that way. The king can only move that way. Pawns can do this. Queens can do that. You understand what I'm saying? It's moves, it's laws and shit. Without that laws, the game of chess don't even fucking make sense. It's the laws, man. It's how everything is connected, how they interact with stuff. The big picture, the systems and shit. My eye, everything is a system, nigga. Everybody is dependent on something. You understand what I'm saying? If you living in a family, and if you're in a family structure in the house, something's dependent on you. And then, look, I don't wash my clothes, nigga. I ain't washed clothes in years. Cause you know what I'm saying? I depend on my woman to wash my clothes. Not saying that's her duty, but shit. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And she depends on me to do some shit. It's interdependence, and that will make the shit work, right? Everybody got a role to play. You understand? But even the kids got. But it gotta be fair. It gotta be balanced and shit. You cannot win. You cannot win at somebody else's expense. You cannot put pain upon another person so you can fucking feel good. They teach you that shit on reality shows and all that type of shit, but that's not my art. That's not how God thinks. The shit is vice versa. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna come, nigga. We gonna have to atone for this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Has to be corrected. I ain't got time to be bullshitting with people. This real. This is how we supposed to think. This coming down from high command, baby. You understand what I'm saying? That's cool. That's my eye. Now, the next one. Woo! This is my man right here. This is a real nigga. Heracles Hootie. Mars energy. Justice. Karma and all that type of shit. Protection. Repercussions. You understand what I'm saying? You know, he's like the hitman. He's the enforcer. You understand what I'm saying?
After the order of mine.
If you violate a law, for instance, my aunt say the law of electricity says that thou shalt not stick a fork into thee. You understand? A metal fork. That's the law. That's the law. That's the commandment. Now, if you're a baby, just because nobody is explaining to you this shit, it's the law. If the child sticks that fork inside that electric socket, the law, if you can, the fork, no, don't do the fork. If you stick that fork or something, a metal object in there, a child does that. It does not care how old that child is, what's the level of the conscience, none of that type of shit. It's a law. It's guaranteed to happen. You understand what I'm saying? The shock of Heracles Hootie is just a repercussion. It's just boom, 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 boom. So that's Heracles Hootie. That's karma. If you go out here and you hurt somebody, or someone takes a loss so that you can gain some shit, so you can get some paper. For instance, I'm gonna keep it real with niggas. Fuck it, I ain't got time to bullshit, man. In the game, right? You see this shit on Money and Violence. Watch the series. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas will line niggas up for food, right? Go hit niggas. Lay hurt. Kill everything. Get bread, right? Party it up. Do this shit. They'll have a long run at that shit. A long run sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? But Heracles Hootie, that motherfucker never misses mark. You understand what I'm saying? You never get away with nothing because it's a law. Because someone fucking that's a spiritual thing, man. Somebody fucking lost something for you to gain. What you enjoy, you can enjoy, but it's kind of cursed. It's real shit. Somewhere in your life, you're going to experience some type of loss. You might not even get murdered. Your mans might get hit. You understand what I'm saying? Your kid, your baby might, something, and your something. And if you miss it this lifetime, it's going to definitely hit you and you get back. You might come back and be the little nigga get hit on the pop. You understand what I'm saying? This is real stuff. It's real spiritual. It's real. That's Heracles Hootie. That's just a law. It has to be there. You have to have laws to balance this shit out. To balance the scales of justice, all that type of shit. You never get away with nothing. And by you knowing that you never get away with doing hurt, it's a form of behavior modification. So when you're thinking about doing some shit, you know Erica Hootie out there lurking, no matter what, you want to avoid that, boom. You do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You make a decision based upon that. The next one, my man, Heru.
The hero.
The hero. Heru, the hero. Woo. Now, Heru is basically, that's who you are in this whole thing. That's you. That's you in this story, man. In this story, you choose how you want to be, how you want to act in a situation. In any situation, you can choose whether to be cool, be a G, stand tall, or to fall to your emotions and your feelings and your fears and all that type of shit. It's a choice.
That's the same thing in the movie Gods of Egypt, even though it was on some other stuff. They tried to depict that how Heru had to go through his Horus. They call it the Greek version is Horus. How Horus had to go through his, trials and tribulations, lost his eye, you see what I'm saying, and stuff like that, because he got to learn how to find the wisdom and be able to balance himself. You see what I'm saying? So the Heru exists in all of us, and that one goes forth in the daytime. So that's what the solar, they're represented by the bird as the sun.
Yeah, all that. But when cats really got to understand what Heru is, impulse control. Remember, this we talking about behavior modification. Keep everything in that context. Remember, there was like real deep on this. Is about human behavior, how to behave like a god. Because you can't do God shit until you start acting like one. You understand? So, impulse control, right? That has to do with brain chemistry too. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of stress, cortisone, and all that type of stuff affects frontal lobes and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of the food we eat, a lot of the stuff, man, affects your impulse control. It kills your Heru. You understand? He's walking around here blind. He's blind. Heru means he's making decisions based upon his impulses because he can't see. You can't see what's in front of you. You only feeling this shit. Oh man, this shit feel. Man, I got, man. Listen, man. I know people. I got a client, man. I got a client. You know what I'm saying? I got a client and came to me for a reading about getting married. And I told the client, based upon, because I did what was called the I Ching, and we're going to get into that. You understand what I'm saying? This is science. It ain't no spooky shit, but we're going to get into that. That's a whole nother show. You gotta bring your pad and pencil for that one. But, yeah, we talking, that's TEHUT-NINE. Going back into what does this intelligence that's controlling everything around me want me to do in this situation? How do I communicate with this intelligence around me? And the way you communicate with any intelligence is with an intelligent form of communication that ain't got shit to do with your language barriers and none of that. It's a universal language that any intelligence, no matter where it is, and that's mathematics, to a point where they send off complicated equations what they be shooting from the satellites? They be shooting these signals off into space, these equations, and they like, if they ever get an answer back, they'll know what's some intelligence out there. You understand what I'm saying? So mathematics, no matter where you at on the world, 2 + 2 = 4. No matter if you on Earth or Andromeda, you understand what I'm saying? 2 + 2 = 4. Mathematics. Our ancestors used advanced mathematics to develop communication arrays, communication devices to tap into the divine intelligence, and it would communicate through a mathematic sequence like 0, 1 on some binary shit. That's where they got computers from, on some 0, 1 binary stuff, straight math, and tell you and will describe to a T the situation you're in, where you're at in the situation and the way you must conduct yourself, or how to conduct your energy, how to conduct the energy of that situation through your thinking.
Well, see, that's what Heru had to go to Tehuti to find out.
And the
So
story,
that's Heru.
Heru didn't know that he was living life blind.
Yeah.
He was moving. He was making moves based upon how you feel. Now we make moves not based upon, like me, I don't make moves based upon how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I have to get some insight into what I'm doing. You good? Okay, yeah, I have to get some insight into what I'm doing. So that's what these devices are. Things like the iTink. You know what I'm saying? Speaks to you in binary, 0, 1s, computer language, and it's a code. And boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay. This situation is, all right, I need to act like this. You understand what I'm saying? And it'll never give you advantage over somebody, because it will never, ever violate the law of my eye. So we are Heru, right? That's the ability to choose, you know what I'm saying, not to follow your emotions and get some insight into the situation before you act, right? So after that comes Heru. Heru is basically, it's also called Ashun. You know what I'm saying? It's also called Venus. Heru deals with your imagination. You understand what I'm saying?
Think about
the way, yeah, how you see yourself, because basically what motivates you. Because you got to be motivated to make a move. Like once to make a decision, you understand what I'm saying? You got to have some type of motivation to make any decision. Why am I doing this? You know what I'm saying? And to motivate, that energy has to excite you. It has to make you happy.
Heru Head is an excited energy. It's a movie, you know?
It's excitement. It's something that turns you on too. You understand what I'm saying? That's why she's Venus. She's a bad chick. Any bad female, any bad chick, you understand what I'm saying? You feel that? When you see bad chick, you can feel her. Bad chick, you can feel it. Close your eyes and think of a bad chick. Woo! God damn! You understand what I'm saying? That's her root. It's the energy. It's the feeling. We weren't worshiping her. That's how we was worshiping her. It's the energy that you invoke in yourself to make you motivate. That's why niggas go out here and make money. Why? Because they want that bad chick.
And the craziest
you
thing
understand
about
what I'm saying?
Head too, the color of Head is green.
Green is money, right?
Is money.
Niggas want that bad chick. And that's what motivates women. So they can get money. They know they got to be that bad chick. They got to be the bad chick, and we want the bad chick. So it's attraction from the sexes, all that type of shit. Anything that motivates you. It also represents pleasure. You understand what I'm saying? Pleasure. Now you understand, a lot of niggas done got by bad chicks. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of pleasure has gotten people. A lot of money, a lot of fame. A lot of money and fame has taken lives. Look at what happened to Sister Whitney Houston and her daughter. You understand what I'm saying? They had money, they had fame. Succumb to too much pleasure, too much whatever. You understand? You have to know how to handle that energy. She's beautiful, but she's deadly. Our ancestors was always be careful what you ask for. That's the old saying. Always be careful. Well, everything that glitter ain't gold. You understand what I'm saying? She can fool you, trick you. Now the trick you part, that's the next one. That's called setback. So you got your imagination, and now you got setback. That's the trickster. That's the part of your mind. That's your logical self that talk you into doing shit. That's the one that always be plotting and scheming on how to get your way. That's the one that always, even if you know something to be right, you gonna talk yourself into doing that wrong. Just one more ain't gonna hurt. What all that shit, even it also represents your logic too, your ability to think properly. When that faculty, when that part of you functions properly, you use it to think, logical terms. You understand? If it ain't functioning properly, you're going to be out here scheming people, running jokes, all types of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it has each one of these so-called deities with psychological aspects of you. You know what I'm saying? So each one of them has a positive and a negative. Functions properly when it functions properly when your life force, when your energy is balanced, and when you off balance and you're unstable, you're unhealthy, some type of something going on with you, they'll function in a certain way to let you know something wrong with you.
And to add on, they also represent colors, planets,
all
and
that,
numbers too.
All that. But right now, we in the realm of behavior modification. That's a whole nother aspect of it. But we talking about, in order to see that type of shit, you got to be God to see how the planets work. So that's setback, the way you think. It's also a way to program yourself. Affirmation, shit you tell yourself, shit that you believe. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you believe that you ain't never going to be shit and life just going to pass you by, you ain't never going to get out this, man, you will be struggling all your life and this and that. Setback is the part of you that we weren't worshiping no alligator dude, no dog head man. You know what I'm saying? We were just saying that's the part of you that thinks. That's your logical part of you. That's the part of you that plots and schemes on shit. That's the part of you that come up with creative solutions, like smart ass solutions. That's the part of you that communicates to others. That's the part of you that communicates to anything. That's the part of you that that programs yourself, because that's the part of you that tells you what you believe. You understand? If you believe you ain't gonna have shit, you ain't gonna be nothing in life, and life's gonna be hard, shit, that's how you gonna be. You understand? Because of your setback. You gotta really deal with him. You talking about behavior modification.
Like number 8, you gotta rebuild and destroy. That's how.
Rebuild and destroy the way you think. You gotta change that. So after that, all this is behavior modification. Like I said, it's 7 and 8. That's your imagination, your head root, the shit you visualize, so visualization, and then affirmations.
Yeah.
That's how one of the reprogramming tools that you use anyway. Remember, this is behavior modifications. Then the 9th one is called, we did 8. Yeah, the 9th is offset or ICE. You can't say that shit.
Careful.
You can't say that. So it's offset.
We always knew it.
That's what it was. It was offset. We don't even fuck with that word anyway. So we gonna just say offset. You know what I'm saying? To keep shit cool.
We at peace.
We at peace.
We all made it here.
Hey, don't misconstrue some shit. We just trying to get our paper and be at peace right now. You understand what I'm saying? You know, but anyway, yeah, so that's offset. Offset is number 9. Offset represents your personality, your spirit. You understand what I'm saying? Offset is your spirit, man.
It's also feminine energy.
It's the feminine energy. Basically,
it's the balance of
it also represents a state of trance. She deals with trance, being in and out of trance all day. Because all day your brain goes through different states. Yeah, you go through different shifts. You know what I'm saying? You tell yourself shit, and you see shit, and you put it into your mind when you're in them trance states. For instance, like I said, let's say if you blow, let's say you outside, you blow something. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking, and boom, boom, boom. That's why cats be coming up with them tracks, because they be boom, 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 putting it in their spirit, and then it be delivering stuff. Yeah, it's the imagination and
so all the different deities that
we already use them.
They build up to
number 9. It builds up to your number 9. You use everything I've just gone through. You think like all that type. You frame your thinking in the proper configuration of everything I just explained to you, from being at peace in the middle of some adverse shit. That's when you need God. You have to listen when this is what it's for. This is why, basically, let me cut to the bullshit. This is what all this shit was for. Our ancestors knew that in life you have a destiny. And in your destiny, meaning you came to earth to learn some shit. You came how to learn one thing, that you are God. You come here to be a God on earth. You understand? Not the God, but live like God. Think like God. You understand? So he can live through you. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta, in order for God to even manifest in the world, for God, that's why it's a godless society. It really is. In order for God to manifest into a society, the people must think like him. Or somebody got to think like him. Everybody can be thinking dark. Like if you look at the story with Noah, when the whole world was thinking dark and shit. But only one dude thought like God.
They call them enlightened beings.
Enlightened, no, like, yo, I'm going to think like this, shit. I'm looking at the patterns and what's going on and shit. You know, nigga, it's going to rain. And they ain't going to stop. I'm going to be at peace, though. I know shit fucked up. I know the word about to end, right? I know some shit coming.
And even I'm telling it to my woman, and my woman tripping.
She tripping, but I know motherfucker, I'm going to be at peace, though. I'm going to do what I ain't tripping. I'm going to be at peace, right? Because I know what's in the intelligence, because I communicate with him. I told him, he told me what's going through, what's going to happen and shit. So now I know. He gave me the wisdom, and he told me how to, nigga, I got instructions how to build this big-ass boat. And put everything on her, you know what I mean? I got instructions now, you know what I mean? Because I was at peace or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. And I got a plan. This is how I'm going to do this shit. Boom, boom, boom. He had to come up with a plan, right? You understand what I'm saying? And it's the law shit. You ain't about to come on my boat and be acting crazy, so I'm going to only have two of a kind shit. I ain't going to have three. I'm going to have two. Two that, two this, two them, boom, 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 boom. So shit will balance out. No third wheels. I ain't fucking up the balance. You know what I'm saying? You know, I gotta enforce this shit. So you know he had his thing on him. You know what I'm saying? He had a tool on him just in case niggas start tripping on the rock on the boat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's fine, right? You know what I'm saying? And he didn't fall to his emotions, because if he had fall to his emotions, he'd have quit. He been building that shit for years and it ain't rain yet. Like, damn, man, this shit ain't finna happen. He'd have quit. He'd have lost hope. He'd have lost faith. He'd have lost belief if he chose to follow his emotions. But he looked at his intelligence and he's like, shit, man, listen, yo, this was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? He uses his imagination and boom, boom, boom. His imagination's like, look, yeah, his imagination. You know, he had his woman with him. You know what I'm saying? I know more. No, ain't. Come on, man. Nigga like that, he had a badass chick. No wife was bad. He saved her. He saved her. She was bad as hell. You know what I'm saying? You know? So, boom, he saved her. You know what I'm saying? He uses logic and shit, and he came through. Now, the 10th one is Geb. That's basically... You got your physical manifestation and all that. Basically, your physical structure gonna let you know how you think and how you live. If you're all in shape and shit, because you ain't been thinking like a god, you been thinking like a human. You been so emotional and shit. Your Heru was so bad, he started eating. You lose your will because you eating. Like, I ain't even got the will to deal with this shit. Let me like this L real quick. Let me drink this liquor. Let me eat this food. I can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? You taste because remember, in the story, Heru was married to Heru, or Heru was married, Horus was married to what's the bad chick, the one in the movie? Remember the one they was chasing? Yeah, that was Heru. Yeah, shoot, everybody wanted her. You know what I'm saying? That wanted her. Everybody wanted her. You know what I'm saying? He wanted her. You know what I mean? That was on some shit. But yeah, this story, man, the greatest story was ever told, man. Was
the 11th. We didn't get to
the 11th. Oh, the 11th. That's all of them.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
my fault.
I went from 0 to 11. So basically, that's the 11, and it's a book. Ron F. also got a book called 11 Laws of God, man. Basically, that book is just breaking down everything I told you. And just giving you a way to think. This, if you think through your situations based upon that sequence of thought, you will actually fulfill your destiny. That's how you fulfill your destiny, because you came here to think like a God. But like I said, shit is vice versa right now. You're not taught to think like a God. You're taught to go on your feelings and how you feel. You're taught not to even use your will. We can't even use our shit. We can't. Man, it's hard to will yourself a proper meal. You understand what I'm saying?
It's the context of it, because the way that they have programmed our psychology now basically is in a way that's inhumane. It's not in the way that structures, in the way that, you know, what would God do?
What God do? Yeah. And that's what the title of the show. What would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? What would the spiritual?
One that you dealing with? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The one that you, when you pray or whatever.
Yeah. How would it handle the situation, man? You know what I'm saying? You can't pay your bill. They about to cut your shit off, right? Shit messed up. what would Jesus do? Or what would whoever do? Let's go Jesus, man. 'Cause that's people's still foundation. This is America. People can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? What would Jesus do? He can't pay his bill. You ever read the story where he was depressed? I think, shit, Jesus ain't, you never hear the story he was talking about, damn, Peter. Shit fucked up, man. What we gonna do?
Judas, man.
Yo, Judas, man. This nigga's tripping, man. God damn. What you gonna do, man? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you would hear stories where they would come to him like, yo, Jesus, man, shit, yo, what we gonna do, man? All these people, man. How we gonna feed all these niggas, man? Damn. Jesus wasn't even tripping. That nigga took one fish and fed everybody. I did it. He took one fish and fed like 200 people. I've done that, nigga. I've done that. I was in a situation. I was in a situation. Nah. I'm telling you how it works. It's real life shit. Behavior modification. I was in a situation. Family had needed some bread, some food. You know, it's about 6 or 7 of them in there. Everybody hungry, man. I looked in the cupboard, the cabinet. I looked in the cabinet, and there was 1 can of salmon, 1 bag of rice, 2 eggs, and some oil. That's it, right? Everybody started. What are we gonna do? I think some flour was there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I went in there, I bust that egg, cracked that salmon open, bam, mixed that up, threw that flour in there, made some salmon cakes, put on some rice, and serve it over that rice. Yo, I turned that fish into 100 and fed everybody. Jesus! What would Jesus do? That's what Jesus would do. You understand? He ain't gonna panic. He ain't gonna let everybody. Huh? Nah, I'm just, man, you could, no, you it's a way of thinking, man. I'm just telling you, you be God all times, and all things you do. You don't succumb. You're not supposed to succumb to the emotion. It's real hard. You can say that shit, but life gonna test you. My ancestors, look, man, you gonna get tested. You will test you. And then these tests, and these trials and tribulations you want to go through, they were all pre-designed or pre-planned to be there for your spiritual development. That's called your destiny. Your destiny is the shit that you're supposed to go through for your spiritual development, for you to one day realize, vice versa. Oh shit,
man, that's some powerful stuff, brothers. For real, like that breakdown was unbelievable. We're gonna have to definitely go back through this show and listen to that again. That was really, really dope. And this is Grind Time Radio. You know, in collaboration with M9NDtv, and y'all just like got a treat tonight, a major treat. Online we got Tariq Bey. Tariq, before we get out of here, I definitely want you to tell the people a little bit about yourself. And we got Jehudi Ali, who you guys have seen from time to time sitting you know, in the studio broadcasting with me sometimes. So go ahead, Tariq. Let the viewership know who you are. I mean, that was beautiful, brother, and I'm grateful for you. I sat quietly right here and I listened to the whole thing, and it was very impressive.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. You know, that's basically that's who I am. I'm Tariq Bey, DestinyGrind.com. That's what I deal with. Behavior modification, man. It's basically that's a high form of spirituality, man. What we do is we analyze. It's like psychoanalytics, man. You know, we look at the person. We go to that divine intelligence that's controlling everything, man, and we ask a simple question. You know, what is it that this person come here to learn for their spiritual development while they're here on this planet? What was it, you know, and the answer that comes out in that is called their destiny reading. That's their destiny, man. You know, we deal with something called the I-10, you know. So once my client has that, now they can structure their life, man. They can get on their grind, you know, so and go through this whole process of modifying their character so they can fulfill their destiny. So that's what it is. So you can reach me at DestinyGrind.com and email me at DestinyGrind DESTINY grind at gmail.com. And, you know, we do these consultations all the time, man. So that's me.
Yeah, I was just adding on that, you know, what the brother was saying, that's the vice versa, because when we come here, we supposed to have a destiny, you know what I'm saying? But when we burst through our mother's canal and come out in the hospital crying, you know what I'm saying? They slap us on our butt or whatever, you know, we're not told by our shaman what our ultimate, you know, destiny was, you know what I'm saying? We end up, you know, falling into the regular cycle, the perpetual cycle of this system, you know what I'm saying, which is not really a system that's meant for us in the spiritual order, you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's the vice versa of that, you see what I'm saying? But it's your brother Judy Ali, another part of Destiny Grind Mind TV, you see what I'm saying? So we just here building, just trying to get out how, you know, different ways that, you know, you got to conduct yourself. Because it's not saying that we got it all together, because, you know, we're trying to build. Everybody just trying to build. You see what I'm saying? You already know what it is, T.
All right, well, we want to thank you, brothers, man. That was real powerful. Again, this is TEHUT-NINE. You're watching Mind TV, where we provoke thoughts and inspire thinking. And this is our Grind Time Radio. We'll be doing this every week, every Wednesday from 6 to 7. So if you're tuning in tonight, we want to thank you for tuning in. We're gonna cut it right now, but it was awesome, brothers. I mean, great. I know we didn't get to talk about some of the things we wanted to talk about, but sometimes you gotta go.
Crazy.
You just got.
The main key was we was talking about behavior modification, and really and truly all this stuff, the current event, entitled all the behavior modifications that we was talking about, the Sodom and Gomorrah and stuff like that. So, you know, in a way we didn't get to the gist of it, but we got on the fringe of it. You know what I'm saying? So we basically behavior modification. We got to get our stuff together, everybody.
All right. Well, I want to thank y'all again. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/MindTV. That's M with the number 9NDtv. Is that Destiny Grind as well?
Yes.
Facebook.com/Destiny Grind. And of course, you have you guys see the rest of my social media right there on the screen. So thank you again, fellas. I want to say it was a pleasure. Peace out.
You're right. Peace.